So let's talk about 30-day late payments. Okay. The first thing that I did when I saw late payment on a customer's credit report, 130 day, I would send out the traditional dispute letter to the credit bureau. Okay. I would send out the traditional dispute letter to the credit bureau with my customer's story on why she was 30 days late. Okay. Why? So there's, so this is where the interview comes in. Because remember, if you are trying to get a late payment removed for your own credit report, that's one thing. But when you're trying to get a late payment removed for your customer's credit report, that's a whole nother thing. And we're talking about we're talking about 30 days. We're going to talk about multiple as well, but we're talking about 30 days right now. 30 days is different than multiple. Okay. Now you send out the initial, first of all, you got to get the story from your customer. And then you send out the initial dispute letter to the credit bureau with your story. Now, of course, the credit bureau is going to take that letter and forward it to the creditor. But why are we sending it to the credit bureau first? Anybody has the answer to that? I think I mentioned it multiple times. Why are we sending it to the creditor first? I mean, the credit bureau. Anybody?
I think this is the one you got me on last week because we want them to verify it first to make sure we're started. I'm gonna get it. I got it wrong the last time too. But we had to start the process, the dispute process, right?
No.
That we enacted our rights or something like that.
There you go.
I knew I was on the page. Goodness.
Yeah, we actually invoked the rights for your customer. Okay, for lawsuit purposes under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay, you understand what I mean? So we send that initial letter out to the credit bureau with the customer's story on why they were late. Now, this is the story you got to get from them in the interview. Okay, that's why it's important to interview. Why were you late? Like, what happened? Tell me the story. Literally. No, literally, you got to say, tell me what happened. If you don't say, tell me what happened, how are you going to, how are you going to do the appropriate dispute? Like, how are you going to build your story? So the person on the other end, the creditor, Chase Bank, can be compassionate. See, you guys understand what I mean? When there's a single late payment, you just send in the dispute saying, I was not late, fix it. It won't work. It won't work for a single late payment. So you got to have some story with it. Okay, so you got to tell the customer what happened. I see you had this late payment here. You only got one, and your credit. Damn, Mark. You know what? I don't normally come to no credit repair company, but damn, this payment hit me. I'm trying to buy a house. I only got one. I only got one late payment. My whole credit report is good. Has anybody ever faced that before? When a customer come to you, they only have one late payment. So, but it took their score down tremendously. So you got to get the story, and you got to dig. You got to ask what happened. Tell me everything that happened step by step. Well, here's what happened. Or you can say, ma'am, sir, can you write out and email me everything that happened with this late payment? You guys understand what I mean? This is gold, what I'm telling you. So now they're going to email you. You check your email in the morning. You see you got 3 customers who telling your story. Beautiful. I used to like reading their story. I used to like it. And then I would take their story and build their story into my dispute because it's going to the creditor. That's the first dispute. Okay. Now, the next 3 to 4 things I'm going to tell you is all about the 30-day late payment. So hang in there with me. Hang in there with me. Number 2, you got to find an error. Number 2, you have to find some way that the creditor erred in some way in reporting that late payment. The creditor made a mistake. They made an error in reporting the late payment to the credit bureau. What could be an error? Anybody. What can be an error? Like they can make a mistake and report it by mistake. Can somebody give me an example of an error that the creditor made?
Date open.
No, in reporting you late. Something happened that caused them to report you late, but they did it in error. So they made a mistake in reporting you late. You have to prove that.
The wrong amount.
What do you mean?
Like, in other words, your payment was $40 and you're saying you late 50, you were late, but it was $50.
Okay, there you go. What else?
You were late 28 days instead of 30 days.
That's it. What else?
They didn't use the date that it was postmarked.
Yeah, see? Now we're getting some there. Now we're becoming detectives now. Okay.
Misapplication mark to another account.
That's it. So it's your job, right? It's our job as credit repair experts and credit score specialists, right? To dig deep enough with our customer to find out if the creditor made an error in reporting late, in reporting you 30 days late. They made some sort of mistake, right? Like, let me give an example of a mistake. They turned off my auto pay by mistake. You guys understand? Wait a minute, creditor, it's your fault. I had auto pay turned on and you turned it off. See? Got it? You understand what's happening now? Yeah. Wait a minute now. I did not ask for paperless. I did not get my bill in the mail. Okay. I didn't ask to go paperless. I didn't ask. Where's my bill? I'm supposed to get a statement every single month. Well, we're Chase. It's not our responsibility. You still got to pay. I got you on that. But I didn't tell you to make me paperless. I said, give me my bill in every month so I can see my bill and remind me. Do you guys see what's happening? This is how deep you got to go in the letter. Chase, you turn off my auto pay. I have proof. You see this screenshot right here? I didn't turn this off. You see, Chase, for the last 6 months, I've been making auto pay. You see that, Chase? See this history? Auto pay, auto pay, auto pay. How all of a sudden it went off? See? Delete or reversal. They reverse the late payment. I'm telling you, you got to find an error. If you want the 30-day late payment reversed quickly, you have to find a problem that happened that caused the late payment. Okay. Now, well, Mark, what if they really was late? Well, how do you know that? You got to really ask a lot of questions. Okay, customer, did you pay? Were you really late? Kind of. Well, why? Well, because of this. Okay. Did you pay right away? Yes. When did you pay? On this date. Do you have proof? Yes. But they still reported me late. How long you been with them? 4 years. Have you ever been late before? No. Perfect. See? You have to build the case. Let me give you some more example. When you build your case, you got to put everything together in a chronological order. Like everything. Does it sound like a lot of work? Anybody? Be honest. Sounds like a lot of work, right? Like, Mark, I ain't doing all that shit. I'm just going to send one letter and just say I'm not late. Right? No, I'm being honest, right? Like, that's what some of you are saying. That's why you're laughing. Because you said, Mark, you talking all that shit. I ain't gonna do all that.
I'm laughing because I did that.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is what I know from experience. I got 2 Capital Ones, 30-day late payments reversed twice. And Capital One are a pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. Capital One, oh my God. Okay. But if you demonstrate for your customer, if you can demonstrate that Capital One made a mistake and you plead for mercy based on a payment history of on-time payments all the time, and if Capital One has even a little doubt in their mind that they made a mistake, they're going to reverse it. But you got to plead your case. You have to prove it. You can't just say, well, I was not late, 30 days late, update it. It's not going to work. Why? Because it's going to go to the computer and they're going to look in the computer and they're going to say, hey, you were 30 days late, sir. And they're going to verify it. So you can't, with a 30-day late payment, you can't send a generic letter. I'm sorry.